Hey guys, and welcome to the UNOMi tutorial showing you how to do a lip-synced head turn in Toonboom Harmony Advanced. So I've got my animation here, which I have done in Harmony, and I'll just play that through so you can see it.
And you thought my idea was silly. I guess you were wrong after all.
As you can see, I've already set up all my puppeting in here. So what I'm going to do is, I've already got a layer for a stand-in mouth set for the side called layer 14. But first we need to import our lip sync images into the Harmony file. So we're going to go File, we're going to go Import, I'm going to go Images, and we're going to go Browse, and we want to make sure that we are finding them. So we've got them here. I'm going to do my side view lip sync first, and make sure that they're saving in number order. And as you might already know, or if you don't know, Toonboom Harmony has a specific way it likes to import images. So you have to import images 1 to 9 first, then images 10 to 19, then images 20 to 99. It's a bit annoying, but it just saves your images from going out of order. It's the way the program reads the images. So we're just going to go add to existing layer. We're going to pick layer 14 since this is where my lip sync already is. And if you have a lip sync layer already in your program, you can add it to a layer. What I might actually do is create a new layer, and I'm going to call this side view. And we're going to import that pre-multiplied with black because I've used a black outline on my mouth sets, and we're just going to press OK. And I believe it would have made a new layer down here. You can see we're just going to drag that one up on top of layer 14, just here. There we go. And as you can see, it's quite large. What I'm just going to do is add a peg to my side view preview, and I'm just going to temporarily shrink that one down, just so when we import the rest of the mouths, they're not huge. Rotate that one, and there we are. So I'm just going to turn off layer 14 so you can see the mouth shape there. Make that one a little bit bigger. Perfect. Alright, so that looks like it's sitting properly on the face. Now what we're going to do is we are going to go to the next free frame. On our lip sync layer, we're going to go import again, we're going to go images again, and this time we're going to select images 10 to 19. Actually, I believe it's images 10 to 99 we can actually do. And we're going to add to existing layer, we're going to add to the side view. Press OK. There we go. All right. And we're going to go to the last free frame. I'm going to go import images, and oops, that's export. Import images, and we're going to select images 100 to 146 because that's how long our lip sync is. We're going to add it to that existing layer. Okay, it's going to import it. And we have our first lip sync in. Now, as you can see, as I'm just scrubbing through, we do have some mouth movement, which looks like the PNGs might have moved around. And that's okay, because what we're going to do is we are going to select all these frames, and we're going to create a symbol. So we're gonna go animation, or F8. We're just gonna call that one side view. Right. Now if we go in our library, we can see we have a side view symbol, and what we can do is right click and go edit symbol. It's going to take us into the symbols layer, and I'm just going to turn on onion skins so that I can see the onion skins for the mouth. Now that we have our face sets all done, what we're going to do is we're going to make a new symbol. So we're going to go insert, create empty symbol in library, and this is where we're going to import our mouth shapes into. So I'm going to show you how to import. I've already imported the side view symbol, so if I show you that, so we're going to go to that symbol there. I've already imported all the frames, and I'll show you how to import those with the next mouth set. But as you can see, I've already done that with the side view. I have had to touch up some of these frames just because they exported a little bit out of line, so I've just gone in and lined those back up, but you can see that I've got the whole lip sync in there now. No audio on this part because the audio is in the main comp, but what we might do is import the audio here so it's synced up to the mouth set. You could do that. I'm not going to bring that audio in just because I have already synced up the animation to the audio in the main comp, but that is an easy fix. So if we go back to the top, and you can see I've got the audio in here. Now I've just dragged out that first frame of the closed mouth until we get to the first bit of audio, and I've got that lip sync starting there, so that's all synced up now. And how you add a symbol to your main comp is just by clicking and dragging it on there. It's going to make a new layer, and then you would take that layer into your puppeted view. So I took the side view and puppeted it to the nose, so it's moving with the nose. But I'll show you, I've already added it to the head turn. So basically all you're going to do is keep the frames for the perspective of the mouth shape that you've got for that head perspective. So basically wherever there's a side view of the head, I'm going to keep the frames from the side view lip sync. So here where I've got the side view, I'm going to keep those frames. As it changes perspective, I'm deleting those frames and then bringing them back when he changes to side view again. And you can see it's all part of the same layer. All I've done at this keyframe is I've just used the mirror tool. So this mirror tool here to mirror the mouth from facing left to facing right. As I mentioned before, you can do that with any of your lip syncs. And then I've just put some keyframes in to make sure that it is properly lined up with the face. And because I've put this in a puppeted animation, I don't have to worry about animating any sort of rotations because it's going to follow the rotation of the nose. Now you can see that. I'll play it through so you can have a look.
And you thought my idea was silly. I guess you were wrong after all. And you...
Obviously it's not perfect, but that's okay. Just keeping it rough for the purposes of this tutorial. Next I'm going to show you the same process I used for the side view, but adding in our quarter view and our front view. So once again, we're going to go insert and we're going to create an empty symbol, and we're just going to drag that out so that we have enough frames in there. And I'm going to go File, Import Images, and we're going to go Browse. We're going to select our quarter view lip sync, make sure that it's organized in name order, and we're going to import frames 1 to 9. Open. We're going to create a single layer named Water View. You can really name it whatever you want. Pre-multiplied with black because I used a black outline for my mouth shapes. And I'm just going to press OK. It's going to import there. We're going to go to the next empty frame. Same process. Import, Images, Browse. Now we're gonna go from image 10 to 99. Open, and we're gonna add to existing layer to quarter view and press OK. It's gonna add those in, and same here at frame 100, import, images, browse. We're just gonna add the rest of our frames in. Image 100 to 146. Okay, I'm just gonna add that in. And now we can see we've got our mouth shapes in there. Once again, having that issue with my other mouth shape where the mouths are centered in the center, the true center, rather than being lined up with where the teeth are. Normally you would export your PNGs in a way where all of this would stay as is. Obviously I exported my images wrong. That's on me. It's got nothing to do with UNOMi. And for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm not going to go in and correct them just because it's something that you can do in your own time. You would really just go in, make keyframes, and move the mouths around. But for now, I'm just going to take you back to the top layer. And we're going to click and drag our new symbol, which we'll rename to, we'll call that quarter view. So we know. And we're just gonna click and drag that onto the main comp. It's gonna put it in, and we're going to add that just below the side view, like so. And we can delete any extra layers that we have. We had initially a stand-in layer for our mouth shapes. I'm gonna delete that one too because we don't need that. Alrighty, so now we have our quarter view mouth shapes. I'm just going to make sure that's lined up with where our other lip sync starts. There we go. So that's the first frame of the lip sync. Just want to click and drag that and bring it up to lip sync. So now everything should be synced up. You can see it's the same lip shapes. And just here, we can see the head is going to turn. So for now, I'm just going to delete these. So we don't need these frames. There we go. And we can create our first keyframe. So we're going to resize the mouth for the size of the head. So like so. And with this quarter view, what I might do is actually add it to the eyes, because the eyes have got some distortion added to them, and what we want is the distortion for the mouth to match the eyes. So I will move this under the eyes peg so that it is distorting with the eyes. You can see here how that's distorted with the eyes. I'm just going to rotate that, come in a bit closer, and move that to fit. Now this side view doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to have it move pretty quickly, as you can see. So I'm just going to go in and add some extra keyframes where our head is turning. I might go in and just do a little bit more finicking, and of course you can go in and finesse these as much as you want in Toonboom. I'll try not to do too much just while we're in the middle of the tutorial, just enough for it to come across. And we can see right here actually we've switched to our front view, so we're not going to add any more keyframes in until we go back to side view. And there's our other 3/4 view there. So we're going to make a new keyframe, and I'm just using stop motion keyframes for all of this so that we don't have any tweening in between. And we're just going to mirror that one using the mirror button up here so that it is mirrored. There we are. We have that switch to side view, so we can delete the rest of these frames, and we can delete the frames in here where it's front view. So we now have our head turn mouth sets. And obviously, like I mentioned, normally you would finesse this a bit more. Mine's pretty quick and dirty for the purposes of the tutorial, but you'd normally have an extra perspective put in here for a head turn like this, but we can kind of get away with it with the speed of the head turn.
And you thought my idea was silly. I guess you were wrong after all.
See, it's not that noticeable. And last part is to add in our front view lip sync. So once again, we're going to go in. We already have a free symbol here in the library, so we're going to rename that. And we'll call this one front view. We're going to go in and right click, edit symbol. And then you're going to do the same process as before by going and importing images. So this time we're going to import the front view. Make this layer name front. And we're going to import images again. 10 to 99. And I think it's pretty safe to say that we only really need some of the middle frames for this lip sync. So I'm not going to import all of the mouth frames just because we really only need the middle part. So if we go to our top, I'm going to click and drag our front view mouth in and add it underneath the nose peg. And we are going to sync this up again. The existing lip sync is right here, should be synced. There we go, you can see that's synced up. And we know we only need these frames here for the front view, so we're going to delete everything else. And then on these frames here, we are going to go in and, oops, sorry, we need these frames. Forgot about our head turn right here. So, just get rid of these, and we can get rid of these. Alrighty, so that leaves us with these frames here. We're gonna resize our mouth. And it's probably a good idea to check the sizes in comparison to our other mouth shapes. That looks good. So we're going to just rotate that a little bit. And once again, I'm going to bring that forward so that it is in front. This is what the lip sync looks like all together with the head turn.
And you thought my idea was silly. I guess you were wrong after all. And you thought my idea was silly. I guess you were wrong after all.
So you can see there that we have the head switching mouth sets while the head's turning, and creating that really smooth sort of head turn. And yeah, that's how you create a head turn using multiple lip synced sets of mouths in UNOMi Lip Sync.